Guys, girls, welcome to another weekly hustle and skill sharpening session. Thanks for those joining us live and those that are watching the replay. We hope you're winning and succeeding. Today, we're going to be jumping into ActivePipe. And Bjorn, you're going to be hosting today's session. Thanks for your time as always. I know some of you on this screen may have seen an ActivePipe session we held. Bjorn, I was searching the archives and I think it was about 2 years ago you and I did a session on this, but we've had a few members reach out to say, what are you guys doing in the email space with email automation, newsletters, frequency? What are you putting out there? So we thought, what a great opportunity then to get the king himself of weekly email content and consistency in this space. And Bjorn, we were just talking before, about email marketing. Does it or doesn't work? You're going to share your story, how long you've been doing this for in this space, but it's like all prospecting, folks. It's not just about the quick injection of a lead or an opportunity today. Everything we do daily consistently, whether it's email, SMS, or picking up the phone and dialing, everything is about consistency, about the branding, the messaging, and the opportunity that you're pushing yourself out there to be seen, known, liked, and trusted. So today we're going to jump into the email side of the business. And Bjorn, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to you, mate. You're going to share your screen. Let's talk about the nuts and bolts of ActivePipe, what it does for you and your business. And then maybe if we can jump in, mate, and have a look at some of the content, the flavor that you're putting out there to your clients and the frequency of the messaging that you're delivering as well, mate. So thank you.
Thanks, Chris. I don't know about king, mate, but I try to be consistent. So I'll take the C word, the consistent word. And like you say, there's one thing that I've been doing, and it was ground into me when I first started my career back at Shahadi Real Estate in 2009 by an operator, Nabil Shahadi, who used to have massive market dominant share. And this is back in the days before Blackberries even came out, the phone. So we're talking a long time ago, but email was around. And the one thing that he taught me was database is king and farming an area is king. So you want to grab as much data as you can from everybody you meet. You want to get as much data as you can from the area of the expertise of the 1,500 or 2,000 homes or 1,000 homes that you're marketing consistently. And you want to be in consistent contact with all of those people. Now, we all know that emails have been replaced probably by SMS and SMS technology now, where you can send links and things through SMS now. However, email is one part of the business that I've always consistently kept going. It's been running for 16 years. And I do have people that ring me up and they go, hey, Bjorn, we want to sell our house. Can you come out and see us? And I'll be like, yep, who referred you to me? Because I'll always ask that question. Who was it that referred you to me? And sometimes I get John and Rebecca, Frank, Tony, whatever. And sometimes I get, no, and you've just been sending us emails for 4 years. And you're the only person that's been consistently doing it every single Friday. And every single Saturday morning at the same time, we get an email from you showing you what you've got available. So we just thought you're very consistent, and we'd like you to come out and have a look. And in those emails, it's just, like I said, it produces a trust with the client that you're competent, that you're doing something at the same time, at the same day, consistently every single week. It's not, do I get 1 million appraisal requests through this? No. Do I know exactly how many properties this thing helps me list? Probably not. But is it another contact that my database is getting every single week that shows them that I'm actually active in the market? Yes, it is. So I'll share my screen. And there is reporting with ActivePipe as well. So you can see here, firstly, with ActivePipe, once you send an email out, it'll tell you what's happened through the campaign report. It will show you how many emails went out, how many people viewed the email, how many properties and what interactions there were. You can go in and you can view the campaign report. I'll bring this up here. If it wants to work. Bear with me, guys. Just let me go into my system. I've just got to enter in my passwords. I'll go in here. Basically, it sends you email updates so that way you can see what's, who's clicked on the reports and whatnot, and you can contact these people. I'll go to one that's different. So this one here is somebody's property. I don't know who this listing is, but it's in Mawson Lake. So everybody in the database got an email about that property coming out. So it connects with everybody that's in the South Australian system. Now, here you go. You can see here this email was sent out on Tuesday at 2:34 because there are, property update emails. There's, listed just near you, sold just near you, and they're all set up on automation. So this particular one had 128 emails go out, 103 views, 16 properties, and I can actually see who's been clicking on those particular properties. Now, the good part about that is if I want to start having a conversation with somebody, like let's take this one here, I can see Manisha's clicked on this one twice. I can then click on the client's details. And as long as, it's asking me for bloody passwords again. Let me just try this, guys. Sorry, guys, I don't know my password here and I don't want to go resetting passwords, but it can take me into the system. It'll give me Manisha's details. Then I can actually go in there and actually have a conversation with Manisha if I want to. But that's not what I wanted to show you. I just want to show you the reporting of what it's got there. But I want to show you the actual system and the actual email. And I'm actually going to do an actual email for you now. So if I go up to here and I go into my weekly listings, this is what I do every week consistently. So I'll go into my email. And I like ActivePipe because it enables me to add video content. I'm doing video content on most of the things that I do. So for starters, I can go up here and I can change the heading. So I'll go open this weekend. And what's the date this weekend? Let's have a look. 15th and 16th. All right. And then I could also do plus more homes wanted now. Urgently needed, right? So that's my heading. I can go in here, I can change this image over with whatever image I want out of my computer. So I can change it with anything I like. So let's just say I wanted to use this image, for example. I can do that and it will change the heading there. So I might just leave that one. I can change this little section here. Welcome this weekend's open homes. It has been a very successful week just past with several sales and new listings hitting the market. I'm always in need of more homes in all areas. So please reach out if I can help you with your next move. See here, update my preferences. I can change these sorts of things here. So I've got buttons here. If I want to get rid of that button and I want to change it to something else, I can go free appraisal, for example. Change the heading of the button. I can choose where I want it to go. I want it to go to a website, or I want it to go to an email, telephone, social media page. I'm going to go to a landing page, and I'm going to go to my appraisal request landing page. So I'm going to click on that. So if somebody clicks on free appraisal, it'll actually send me an alert saying that they're wanting a free appraisal. Now I can go in here and I can go property results. So I can pick out any property I've got. So if I've got a new release, for example, what have we got here that's coming up? I've got a new release in Firle. Actually, that property's not on the market. I'll just go, for example, new release Golden Grove here, right? And then I can quickly change whichever property I want to put into there just by clicking on this little button back here. And this will give us a list of every property that EXP South Australia has for sale. So then I just got to go through and find the property that I want. I'll click on that one. Adds it in there. Now, let's say I want to add a video into that as well. I can go video. It's going to give me the inspection time there. Now I can click on this, and this is going to link to my YouTube channel. So now all I've got to do is just find the video for that particular property. Now I can't find it there. I'm just going to go up here and I'm just going to go YouTube 31 Ascot Circuit, Golden Grove. You can see there's a video for it there. So I'm going to click on that video. And then I'm going to copy the URL, very simply, copy the URL. Then I'm going to go back into ActivePipe. I'm going to paste the URL in here. And it's going to pull that video from YouTube for me. And now I can click on that. And it's going to add that video into my listing. So now I've got the property and I've got the video there. I can change over here to, for example, I might want to put a just sold result in. So I might go into this particular property here, delete this. Just sold at auction. 20 registered bidders. $1.56 million. And I can very easily just click on here if I want to look neater, just levels everything out, puts everything in the middle. There we go. Then I click on here again, find the property. One in Semaphore Park. Now, because this property is sold, I'm not going to find it here. I need to click over here and I need to go to any listings because it's obviously been moved into a sold section. If I go in here, Semaphore Park, it's going to bring the listing up. There we are, 5 Fifth Avenue. So I can click on that, select on that, click on this video, choose the video. I'm going to go and find the video for 5 Fifth Avenue, Semaphore Park. And once again, if that one's not there, I'm just going to go into YouTube again. My 2-finger typing. Click on the video. Now look at this, guys. This video has had 10,000 views. Over 10,000 views on this video using Sean Egan. Look at that, 10,000 views in 2 weeks. So this video content is huge for getting you seen around the place. So I obviously want to lead people to that. So I'm going to go in there. Switch that off so it stops playing. Pop that in there. It's going to pull that URL for that video as well. And I'm going to click on that. And then that's going to be in there as well. So you can see how easy it is to compile an email, right? So basically I'll go through and I'll basically update everything that way. I'll change all these properties over. I won't do it all because it'll take probably about half an hour to do it and I don't want to bore you, but you get the idea of how easy it is to change things over. And then down here, it's got this weekend's open home. So it's going to pull all of our open inspections from everybody in Team EXPSA. And it's going to let every single person on my database know about all of your open inspections as well. Now, when somebody clicks on one of these properties, it doesn't say my name on it. It's got your name. So this one is obviously Tony's. This one might be somebody else's. In these, there's only a couple of them that are actually mine. This is mine and Mike's. And this is mine and Mike's as well. And that's basically it. So basically put together an email that then I can send out. I can change videos. I can put in what's the difference between our model and other models. And basically, I like it because it gives me easy access to be able to put video content in. So I might put in here, you know, a seller testimonial, for example, you know, and I'll go hear what my sellers have to say about why they chose me. And I'll always put myself and Team EXPSA in there, right? Now, in this section here, it's got this week's open homes. If I've got a sold section which comes up later on, you see here recently sold Team EXPSA. So I'm not out there going recently sold by Bjorn Kunzel and claiming all of your sales. I'm just letting everybody know that Team EXPSA, which is what we're all members of, this is what we've recently sold. And then I can go in here and I can update this and I can go to the sold section and I can basically select which properties I want to include. So that way people see this is what's available. There's property videos they can watch. There's offers. There's a bit of an intro. There's property videos. And then it shows what's open for the weekend. And it also shows what's sold. So I'm just going to grab that one, for example. And then it's just changed that over. So what people are seeing is they're seeing Bjorn Kunzel sending me an email. 99% of the time that email will get deleted, but it's just got my name in the heading and they've seen that Bjorn sent them an email. So that's just Bjorn's doing his job. Doesn't matter that they delete it. Then the ones that go into it will actually go in here and have a look at some of the properties and click and interact with some of the properties. And they'll see, oh, yeah, video content, video content, video content, video content, video content. That's what people like to see. Then they'll go, okay, so Bjorn's obviously competent. They've got properties for sale. He's got new releases. This is what they've got for sale as a team. And this is what they're selling as a team. So there's obviously constancy there. Then I'll go save. And then I can preview the email. I've got to save it before I preview it. Then I can view the preview. I can see what it's going to look like on a PC. And I can also toggle over to see what it's going to look like on a mobile phone. And to be honest with you guys, it's not really about too much about the content in this email. It's more about the fact that they're getting an email. And then if I go done, I'm happy with that. Then I'll go share. And then I'll go quick send. And I'll just share to all of my contacts. I'll send it to absolutely everybody in my database. And if they delete and they unsubscribe, who cares? They're not interested anyway. And then I can go schedule immediately and go send, or I can go schedule for a time and date. So what I'll do is I'll schedule the email to go out about 7:45 p.m. tonight. Sorry, 7:45 on a Saturday night, Friday night, sorry. And then I'll also schedule it to go out at 7:15 a.m. on the actual day of the open inspections. Because I find everybody's last minute nowadays. If you tell them, 5 days before, they're not gonna see it. But then they wake up in the morning and they get it, bang on the email. They're likely to interact with it. So that's pretty much all it is there, guys. It's just an easy way to remain in contact with the database. You can do this through Agent Box as well, but it doesn't have the capabilities of just being able to easily, quickly, add a heading, add an image, bring over a feature property. Everything's just so easy here because we just take everything from the right-hand side box here and we just quickly slide it over to create whatever format we want, and then we just click on it and add the information. So it's really, really simple, a really quick way of compiling an email that actually looks pretty sexy, in my opinion. And like I say, you can go into each property and you can edit what you want to show. So I don't want them to see this big blah, blah, blah description. So I'm just going to go edit. I'm going to go get rid of description, get rid of request and inspection. I want them to see the address, the headline, and I also want them to see the inspection times as well. So I'll do that, and then I'll obviously change what's shown up in that ad. All right. And then I can change this image to something else, whatever I want to choose out of any of my images that are there. So that's pretty much it, guys. But I've been doing that every single week for 16 years. Like, it's boring as batshit. Does it work? Well, I seem to do okay. I'll probably cap again by the end of July, if not the beginning of August, which is like 60 to 70 days. So, and it's the one consistent prospecting tool that I've used throughout my entire career. Does Bjorn make a million phone calls? No. Do I send thousands of SMSs? Yes, I do, through Home Pass Premium. But this is the one piece of prospecting that I've always done. And people, majority of them, just say, we receive your emails. We've been receiving your emails for years. And when I ask them, how many of those emails did you actually open? They say, well, not many of them. But we knew that you were sending emails every single week to your database. And now you're here telling us that you've got a database you communicate with. So it's obviously congruent information. You're obviously consistent and you win the business. So any questions on any of that, guys? Well, that's pretty much it.
How much it costs?
I think it's about $137 a month. Now, it's good and great if you've got a database with a few thousand people in it. If you're starting out, your database is fairly small and you can afford the investment and you're getting video content. I think it's worthwhile because I think most people click on the videos above anything else. But if you're not going to send a weekly email out every week, and if you're not going to have all of these, save these changes. If you're not going to get up all the automation as well, like for example, there's other emails here, just sold campaigns that go out that show people what have just sold, and these are all on automation. So we've just sold the following properties and have lots of buyers asking my homes. Would you like me to bring some of them through your property at no charge? Blah, 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 blah. And then it's got a list of properties that have been sold, and it will actually update those automatically. So there's also just listed. So when just listed goes out, and when a property becomes up as just listed, that's going to go out in a campaign for a just listed campaign as well. So you can set up campaigns here. So every time that you list a property or whatnot, it'll send it out through a campaign, like through a new release campaign or whatnot, and it shows you how many people it's hit. You can see there my database is sitting at about 3,800 to 3,600 odd people, and that's the people that receive that email. Now think about this: if you've got a database of like 7,000 people or 4,000 people or 2,000 people or 3,000 people, but you don't have stock, right? You can compile an email like this and you can put my listings in it, Chris's listings in it, Amol's listings in it, Eric's listings, Clinton's listings, Prav's listings, whoever, and your database are just going to be seeing that you're working, you've got properties to sell, and you've sold properties, because they're going to assume most likely that these are properties that you've had something to do with. Now, they might be nothing to do with you. You might be brand new and you've never sold a property before, but your database can see that EXP is selling properties. So, you can leverage off of the success of other people within EXP, which I've got no problem doing with anybody here. You can use my sales and say, look, sold by Team EXP. As long as you're not saying you sold it, go for it. Talk about the result. Talk about, hey, we just sold one around the corner from you. in Salisbury East. That was very similar. We got 720 for it off market and da-da-da-da, and this is what happened with it. Now, that might have been Clinton's sale, right? But, you know, I'm not saying that I sold it. I'm saying one of my colleagues sold it. You know what I mean? But it's showing that EXP is actually getting sales. So leverage of other people's success is what I say until you've got your own success. And I've got no problem with anybody doing that with any of my listings.
Bjorn, does those emails go out to your primary contacts, or do they go to all the contacts where you're also a secondary on?
These will go out to all my primary contacts. So all my primary database only. So we can go into Agent Box and you can send a property email, like, you know, buy a match, and you can go send to all, and it will send an email from that property to like 12,000 people, because our entire database for South Australia has got 12,000 people. But that's going to be spamming the living daylights out of people, and we're going to get lots of unsubscribes, and that's hitting up other people's databases as well as your own. ActivePipe only targets your database. So it's only my database that are seeing this. Not your database, not Marco's database, not Chris's database, just my database. And you can see they do send you a lot of emails with a lot of reports about how many emails were sent and things like this, and who's interacting with what's been sent. So here's a just sold one. Here's a listed near you one. 65 emails went out, 13 views. So like you say, the view rate isn't huge. You know, 13 people viewed it, 3 people interacted with it. You know, so we're talking like 5% here, but it's consistency. Majority of the success I get from this is you've been sending us emails for years. And when those emails come out, they come out from my email address. So Bjorn Kunzel at expaustralia.com.au. So they see me. But that's basically it, guys. That's how you can utilize ActivePipe. I know there's if there's some people that don't see value in it, and that's totally fine. If you're looking for, you know, ways for bang for buck to try to get immediate business, this isn't probably an immediate business bang for buck system. This is more about consistency, so people can actually see you working and operating on a consistent basis. It's like the same reason why, you know, anyone would advertise. Like, for example, you go to Tea Tree Plaza Shopping Centre and Smith Partners advertise on the movie screens. It's just to be seen. I'm sure people don't ring up and go, I saw your ad on the movie cinemas, so I want to sell my house. That doesn't happen, but they know who they are. And the more touch points we've got, the better.
Bjorn?
Yes, Krish.
I would like to add something on it.
Yep.
This one also helps selling your property as well. So when you put just listed and stuff like that, even if you have an auction, if you send out an email, bulk email, like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, people can look at it, and maybe some of the buyers from your database rock up on the auction day.
Yeah. So it is good. There's lots of different emails that you can send out. Christmas templates, auction success template. There's lots of different stuff that you can do. And you can make them as integrated as you want or as simple as you want. So it does bring people to your properties. Like when I've got an off-market property and I'll send out this email, I'll probably normally get about 3 to 8 people rock up off-market when I combine this email with Home Pass Premium to properties that I've sold that are similar. I'll at least get people rock up, and then that at least gives me a conversation to then talk to that vendor about, do we look at some offers, or do we try to switch this onto an on-market property and get it on market? So you're right, Chris, it does bring people to your properties. So there you go, guys. But that's basically it in a nutshell. So unless anyone's got any other questions, it's pretty much.
Bjorn, I got a question.
Yep.
You know, like from ActivePipe, like I have checked my database as well. So when it goes email, like with the current listings, it shows email sent from 1,300, like email sent to 1,300 people. And majority of them, those people are like, which I send them other emails like just sold and change of, you know, like if there's a price review or something. But same email, like obviously it's all automated. It shows like email sent to 3. So I don't know why there's a glitch or why there's an error. And I was talking to Buri as well, and he said he faced the same issue, and that's why he wants to change or invest into some other marketing product.
Okay, so what it's going to do, let me just log in here. That's why it wasn't letting me log in before. Just give me a sec.
Can I just add something to Beyond? You can use this as a listing tool as well. Like you can say to people, look, if you list your property with me, I'll put you in my next edition. If they adjust the price, look, what I'll do is I'll put this out to the database. So use the things that you've got as well.
Yeah, definitely. I just think it's a good system. I used to have my desktop, which used to send out something similar, but I'll never get rid of it. Sorry, guys, I've got one password for everything. It just protects all my data online. And it's like a big, long phrase that makes absolutely no logical sense to anybody. So there's no way I'm ever going to get hacked. So if you don't have one password, get onto one password so you can, put all your passwords in there. Now, what it comes down to, Chris, what you were saying, so let's just go Bjorn Tundle, for example. I'll just look myself up. It's going to send to, for example, just sold. You can set and target which client contact lists you're sending them to. So in Agent Box, if people understand with your contact card, when you're actually adding people in, you can choose prospective buyer, South Australia sales agent. I can go that I'm a buyer. Let's say I want to add me in as an appraised. So I might want to be a prospective vendor, right? So because it's not going to send certain data to everybody unless you select to send to all contacts, right? So if I go with this here and I go appraised, now I'll start receiving those other emails as well. Because if I go back in here and click these boxes, I'm just going to bombard myself with emails. Now I'm going to go back into ActivePipe. If I go into ActivePipe and you're going to my email, and I go into my weekly listings, I'm going to show you how you can refine who you're sending things to. And when you set up campaigns, they ask you what categories do you want to send it to. So if I go share here, quick send, you see how it says to all contacts? That's going to send to everybody, regardless of what they're entered in on my database, just everybody on my database. If that's switched off, I need to go through here. You can see all of these particular categories that are in here. So if I tick appraised, it's only going to go to people that I've appraised the property for. If I go appraised in for example, Greenleaf, Greenacres, it's only going to send it to Greenacres and Greenleaf people that have been appraised. If I go Gillis Plains, it's going to add to Gillis Plains. So I can choose and target who these particular emails are going out to. Now, I send that weekly one to everybody, but there are automated ones that go out that will go out just to, for example, they might go out to prospective vendors. So where is that? If I click on just prospective vendor, right now that email, if I apply that, you can see that's going out to 596 people under prospective vendor category. And it's also going out to 77 people in my appraised category. So you can hone down and make this more refined as well. So maybe on your automated just sold campaigns, maybe what you need to do is contact somebody at ActivePipe and say, look, I want to make sure that my just sold campaign is going out to all appraised, all prospective, all prospective vendors. And then that way they can tweak that up. Because if it's only going out to appraised and you're not putting all your appraisals in as prospective vendors and you've only got 12 appraisals sitting in your system, it's only going to go out to 12 people. But if you've got, 1,000 prospective vendors and 365 appraisals in your system, then it's going to go out to those 1,365 people. So you can contact ActivePipe and you can say, look, my last just listed campaign only went out to 12 people. Can you please tell me who that campaign's targeting? And can you please help me change that to target these people as well and give you categories? Because everything ties in ActivePipe, links straight back to your Agent Box system. So the two communicate together.
Okay, yep.
So if it's only sending just sold to 12 people, there's a glitch.
Yeah, just on that, Bjorn, do you want to just jump into Agent Box there and bring yourself up as an example? Or me, anybody?
What's your mobile, Chris?
0423 283 265.
265?
Yeah.
There we go. Bring up Jansen.
So in here, Mole, if you go into contact card, open up the contact, scroll down. So see here, contact classes.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the client is tagged in here is what Agent Box will target in those categories Bjorn was just ticking there before. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why it's really important to get your contact classes as clean as possible, because then you can be really targeted on those prospective vendors that you want the sold campaigns to go to. Or if it's a developer, you want to show them different properties to then an established home that's a 300 square meter block, for example. So this is where it's going to pull the information from here in your contact into Agent Box, into ActivePipe.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I get weekly emails religiously from the Ray White agent in Mawson Lakes. What's his name?
Mars Hutkinzikas.
No, not Mars. Shit, he sold me my house.
I've left a lasting impression.
What's his
Sean?
freaking name?
Sean?
No, not Sean. He's anyway.
The
I got
guy who
Justin,
does the
Justin?
auction all the time. The bald guy.
Justin Irving. Justin Irving.
Yeah.
There you go. Left a long-lasting impression.
The bane
Justin
of my
Irving.
existence, Justin Irving, underpricing at auction.
Yeah, well, I get weekly emails from him every single week religiously. I get them from Scott Thompson, from Toop and Toop, and I get them sent through from Ryan Smith from Smith Partners as well, because I've subscribed. So they're doing consistently. Now, if I look at all three of those agents, whatever we think about any of those agents personally, whatever, competition-wise, whatever, completely irrelevant. Is Scott Thompson doing well? Yes. Is oh Jesus crikey, the guy that sold me my house doing well? Yes, he is. Justin Irving, and is Ryan Smith doing well? Yes, they are. So I'm not receiving weekly emails from any agents that aren't actually doing sales and listings. Is that just a weird coincidence, or is there's something to that? You know, so like I say, the more hands you have in the pie, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, realestate.com, domain, ActivePipe, you know, Home Pass Premium, property videos, Facebook Live, you know, YouTube ads, Sean Egan's Metaprop Digital. It's all vendor paid, majority of it. But it works. So I think just everything you can add to your business, every little thing you can do. But the key is consistency. If you do something one week and you don't do it the next week and the next week, and then you do it the week after again, it's probably not going to have the same impact as if you just do something consistently every single time. Same process, same procedure, same consistency with every particular week or every property, for example. So any other questions?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a few contacts saved in my phone, but not in Agent Box. Can we sync those one straight away to ActivePipe?
If you go into Agent Box, all you need to do is go into your admin system and go into search and just type in any old mobile number. Don't know if that's a mobile number, obviously not. And then just go add new contact, and then go into your contact card and then start filling in, you know, Mr. Sid Vital.
So one by one, you mean? Like I've got, for example, 200 contacts which are not in Agent Box. They could be sellers or prospective buyers. But can I sync them through iCloud to ActivePipe, or it has to be through the Agent Box?
Are they in Agent Box?
No, they are in my phone.
If they're not in your phone, if you've got, put it this way, if you can get them into a CSV file, right?
Okay.
Into a CSV file where you've got name, first name, last name, mobile number, email address. If you can somehow create that into a CSV file, you can then email Kirsten, or is it Renee, Chris? No, Rachel.
No, Renee's Trust Accounting, mate.
Sorry,
Definitely
mate.
not Agent
Rachel.
Box.
I'm all
Sid,
over the shop today, man.
Sid, is that Sid asking the question?
Yeah.
That's
so your Agent Box should be syncing with your phone automatically. If not, we can check that, but I'm not too sure if we can do a sync the other way.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think
That's
so.
good.
I think it's a one-way sync, mate.
To Agent Box. I think you can sync Agent Box to your phone because all the contacts come up in my phone.
Yeah.
But I think you might have to put them in, Sid. But if you've got 100 contacts in your phone that aren't in your Agent Box, I'd suggest putting them over, because your data's protected, mate. You're a primary owner. You own your data at EXP. Nobody owns it. If you leave, nobody can take it. It gets deleted from the system and goes to you. So, you know, if you're going to start doing this, if you put those 100 contacts into here, then you could start doing weekly communication to all those contacts.
And also, I was basically having the meeting with this ActivePipe guy. So we were planning to make the category, for example, first home buyers or people who have got budget over 1 million, right? So he was saying we need to change the preference in Agent Box. Is it the contact class he was referring to? Because he said he has no idea how to change that.
Yeah. So
Correct.
what happens is you need to just contact EXP and say, look, I wish to have a new contact class created for my database called first home buyers. And I'd also like another new contact class created buyers over 1 million. And then what you can do is when you go into these contact cards, like Chris said, you see this is all of the different contact classes I've got.
Class, yeah.
Right. Then they'll just add a new one here, which will say first home buyers or buyers over $1 million. And then you can go, okay, first home buyer, look, it's there. Bingo. I'm going to add that one there. Right. So it may already be in there. If you don't have the contact classes, you can say, look, Bjorn's got the contact classes set up on his agent box. Can you just give me the same contact classes that Bjorn has? And then that way you can put in vendors, solicitors, valuers, tradesperson, tenants, team leader, supplier, blah, 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 Modbury Farm area, Athelston, Banksia Park. You know, you can click on all the suburbs. And then if you don't have buyers over $1 million, you can just get them to replicate that and then add buyers over $1 million.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, Chris, if you can find that out, that if I can sync my, I mean, manually it's going to take a lot of time. We know that. But if it's easy for me to sync those iCloud contacts straight into the agent box, that'd be great. If you can find that out, please.
The easiest thing, mate, I find quickest, I'm just looking in the help section now, but agent box support have a chat and you can chat directly through your agent box directly and they just give you a link. I find that really, really quick and easy. So down the bottom right-hand side, when you log on to Agent Box, this is the quickest answer I get without me having to spend 30 minutes trying to find a training video. Down the bottom right-hand side, there's a little green question mark of Agent Box. If you click on that, you can go into the help section to either watch a video or you can chat to them. I find the web chat really efficient, quick, mate. So I'll see what I can find, but it might be worthwhile you just jumping on that chat bot, that chat person with Agent Box in Agent Box directly. Because often they'll just give you a link and say, yep, here's the location of where you can find the two-way sync. I don't think it does from memory. I think it's only a one-way sync to your phone, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'll find out, mate, and try the help support as well yourself.
Okay, cool. No worries. Thanks, guys.
I had a system called Home Guru, which was lead generation system, right? And there were a whole heap of leads in there. I just downloaded it as a CSV file and then gave the CSV file at the time to Kirsten and said, Kirsten, can you please create a category called Home Guru in my agent box? And can you please upload every single contact in this CSV file into my database under the category Home Guru, prospective vendor, appraised? And she did that. And now they're all in my database getting marketed. So if you can find a way to get those contacts into a CSV file, it can very easily be uploaded to your agent box. But getting it into a CSV file is the question there.
Yeah, but with that one there, Bjorn, you need to make sure that you download a CSV template that uploads into Agent Box. There is actual formula or a templated email spreadsheet, and if you upload it in that kind of sense, it will literally sync up quite nicely.
So yeah, just get like Chris said as well, and like Marco said there's certain ways of doing things. Agent Box have a chat, you know, and there's a question mark down the bottom where you can, I need help doing something, where you can try to find things. There's webinars, user manuals. So just refer back to that. But I think the key here is just trying to do things consistently. That's all. Consistency is the key. And the more you do, the better.
Bjorn, just on that, just scroll down the bottom right-hand side of your Agent Box there, bro.
Here?
Yep, scroll down. Yep, see that question mark there, guys? This is your help section straight away. So you can watch videos or you can chat to them directly. There's webinar options, user manuals. Anything you need can be located in here, all right, as the help section. It's literally just what's your question, search, and then you can also chat to them through here as well.
Everything's in here. And if you want Agent Box Academy, guys, if you haven't done Agent Box Academy and you don't know what you're doing in Agent Box Academy now, sit. I'm proud of you, brother, because I know you've done the Agent Box Academy, man. So well done. Because I know that you took the time to do that. So good work.
Mind you, I have found that I've started doing things where we don't actually have the ability to do it. So I've just sent one to Kirsten about being able to put automatic watermarks onto our photos directly from Agent Box, because you can do it.
Okay.
And now she's realized that we actually don't have that ability at the moment. Now she's contacting Agent Box to get that ability.
We're just about there, Clinton. I'll let you know we'll have a solution for that in the next few days. We're trialing it right now. Jansen's been the guinea pig. Yeah, we just got to get the watermark set up where it's the only thing we're working through now is because I upload all my images with watermarks on them. So what happens if it's got a watermark on there? And yeah, we're just working through that. So, but yeah, we're trialing on a few of my listings now, bud. So it's been activated.
Well, then that'll be consistency of, over everyone except who's people that have got a different brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some things in there that we don't have a ability to do.
Yeah. Now the watermark is activated, it is working, mate. We're just working out the positioning of it at the moment. The white watermarking over the black, and then we're just doing a trial test because what happens if we select the box, and I'm doing this on one of my listings today. We tick the box to watermark it, but it's already got a watermark on it. We're going to see what that looks like. Just in the odd instance, if human error happens, we load watermark because it automatically looks like it's defaulting to ticking to watermark the images. So you've actually got to untick it. So I just want to see today if it's automatically ticked and the image is already watermarked, what it looks like. Does it put an overlay? Does it look silly? So I'm just testing that today, mate.
Now
we'll be ready.
Now that I'm back in here as well, guys, you can see here, it says I've got 16 upsizes in here, right? So if I go click on upsizes, so these are people that it's noticed that they're looking for houses that are bigger than theirs. I've got their name, mobile number. So if I just want to start prospecting and having conversations, I can actually call people that are probably identified as being a lot hotter than just calling random people. And you can also go in here and I can go, okay, look, most popular property is this one here, 31 Ascot Circuit. It's had 50 views on it. I can bring it up, you know, and then you can have a look at who's most engaged. Look at that, 10,803 people, 3,798 views, 50 clicks on the emails, and it shows me who's clicked how many times. So Jeff may be interested in this property. So Jeff's worthwhile having a phone call with. Paul's worthwhile having a phone call with. Jazkaran Singh, this Manisha, you know. So you can see that if you really start to dig down a lot deeper than what I dig down in this, you can actually get real good direct conversations with people that are actually interacting, that have actually clicked on your properties. So you're having conversations with the right people. So it can give you some pretty good data and some pretty good statistics. You know, there's been 13,415 emails in the last 7 days, 5,197 views. That's 5,197 people that have seen Bjorn Kunzel in some way, and 291 that have actually engaged with it on a further level. Now, is 291 a big portion of 13,415? No, it's not. But is it 291 people that have seen Bjorn again, that have actually clicked on something that's got my face on it? Yes, there is. You know, and you can see it shows me what's gone out. Communication weekly listings, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday. You know, and then this one, thinking of selling, went out. Let's have a look at that report. Let's see what went on in that one. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, 3,606 emails, 24.88% view rate, 1.11% interaction rate, right? But you can actually go in there and you can see who are the people that are the top contacts for me to have a look at. So you can drill down to statistical data here, and you can see who's having interactions and, you know, when the views are being made as well, you know, and you can look at the metrics of it. 2.1% on mobile, 97.9% on desktop. That's an odd fact. I didn't think that would be the case. I thought it would be the other way around. You know, so there's actually a lot more data and a lot more detail here than what, you know, I'd showed you initially. There's a lot more stuff that you can do with this system. So it is quite, you know, quite strategic and quite intense as well.
Awesome. All right, guys. I've got to press on to the next one in 9 minutes. Bjorn, thank you as always, selflessly sharing and providing all your goodwill. Phenomenal leadership, setting the example as always, and raising the bar and setting the standard for our industry. Any last questions before we shut down this week's training on ActivePipe?
Just quickly, yes, home pass contacts get added automatically to ActivePipe, because home pass contacts get automatically added to Agent Box.
Yep.
And everything in Agent Box links to ActivePipe. So everything goes into Agent Box first, and then from Agent Box, home pass is linked to Agent Box. So you update Agent Box, home pass will update, ActivePipe will update once you update Agent Box. I think that was the only question in the text. All right, cool.
That's good.
Awesome.
If you get the email at home pass.
Sorry?
See, that's good if you can get the email
into the home pass.
Home pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I normally find you don't want to ask for their first name, last name, mobile, and email at the front door normally because it's a little bit too much. But on the way out, hey guys, do you have any other thoughts on this one? Yeah, no, this one wasn't for us. Well, if you've got an email address, I can keep you in touch with other properties that might be more suitable. Yeah, that'd be great. What's your name? Frank. What was your mobile again? Put it into Home Pass, bring it up, edit, bang, add the email, done, send, away you go. So, yeah, I think Home Pass, Agent Box, ActivePipe, they all sync with each other. They all link. Home Pass, where you meet the client through to Agent Box and then puts it through to ActivePipe. It's just a clean system where everything links.
Just how we're
a
nurturing
quick
it.
one. Just a quick one, Bjorn. When I
Yep.
do my open inspections, I just give my phone to people and ask them, please put in your first and last name, email, and phone number, and 99% do.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't write it myself. I just give them the phone. So just maybe try that as a test and see how that works for you. Thanks.
Cool, mate.
No worries.
Thanks for that input, Eric. It's that's different, but I like it.
I've noticed some agents have an iPad with an iPad stand, and you can check yourself in that way as well. I've seen a couple. I think Mark Lands does that. So similar thing where they just sort of check themselves in as they go. And they're probably more likely to put their email in there when you do that as well, Eric's.
I've found though, if you're watching them, there's a bit. It's not Big Brother, but the fact if you're watching them, they'll actually put the details in. But if you don't watch them, they'll, people think, oh, I don't have to put it in. So I think the best thing is just to trial it both ways and see how it works for you.
See what works for you. Yeah.
Cool.
Good point.
I use an iPad. It's easier rather than a phone.
Yeah, Mike and I have an iPad that we check everyone in on the iPad as well.
Cool.
Right, team.
All right, guys. Have a great week and or rest of the week. Have a super weekend. And if you need any support, we're always just a call. Reach out anytime. Until the next training session next week. We'll see you on the flip side.
Ciao.